very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Santa Monica for SCFA football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Today, Santa Monica College plays host to the Ventura College Pirates. Jeff Stoynoff joined alongside Mike Zapata here from Santa Monica. And Michael, for Ventura, they come in here on a definite high, back-to-back wins over top 5 teams in the SCFA. And now they get the classic trap situation. Perhaps this is a game on paper, no doubt, that they should be able to handle. But these are the ones that sometimes can come up and bite you.
Well, honestly, here on SoCal College Sports today, we have a doubleheader. We have a game tonight, also National Northern Conference. This is basically 2 teams with an opportunity to hold serve here. These are must-win games if you're Ventura and College of the Canyons, because every game from here on out has playoff implications all over it. Ventura took care of business 9 days ago versus College of the Canyons. They have to take care of business today versus Santa Monica, and College of the Canyons has to take care of business tonight versus Moorpark.
Yeah, College of the Canyons certainly in a situation where they can ill afford another loss, not just in terms of the Northern Conference picture, but also eyeing a possible wild card. Yeah, you made the point, and for Ventura, that was the big game last week to get off to that good start against College of the Canyons, their principal rival in the North. But now they need to take care of business. Let's step aside for the national anthem here from Santa Monica. Set for kickoff here from Santa Monica, the SCFA Northern Conference. Santa Monica taking on Ventura College here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates come in off the 15-point win 9 days ago against College of the Canyons, 1-0 in conference. Meanwhile, Santa Monica still looking for their first win in their history in the National Conference. This was a program that, of course, dominated the American Conference from 2011 to 2015. In the Pacific Division of the American Conference here in the SCFA, going 34-0 over that 5-year span before moving up here to the National Conference. And the Corsairs at this point still getting their legs under them here in the National Conference, and they're looking for their first conference win. And wouldn't they love to get it here in what would be a pretty massive upset if they can pull it off. Waiting back deep be Trevor Nafoa and Christian Franklin. As we're still trying to get things going here, as Cooper Garcia will now get an assist, teeing this one up. It's a little bit windy out there. We're in the enclosed conference room here, just off on the opposite side of the press box. Yeah, this is you know, where is this room on the rare cold evening when we call a game? But You can see the flags flapping here as we are set and underway. Line drive kick from Garcia. This one's hooking toward the far side and out of bounds. So the Corsairs will start with very good field position, and it's been a little bit unpredictable at quarterback, so we'll have to wait and see who comes out. John Martinos, Nick Hutchins, Paul Davis, all seeing fairly significant action in more than one game so far this year. So head coach Kelly Ledwith, who took over in week 3 as the interim head coach here, still trying to sort out the quarterback position. And it is John Martinos who will get the initial call. It's also been a revolving door in the backfield at the running back position with Ricky Hambright, Christoph Hirota, Trevor Nafoa all seeing time. First call, this is Hirota. Straight up the gut and a gain of a couple. Out to about the 38, so that's a 3-yard run for Hirota, who comes in averaging 3 yards a carry.
Everyone spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can also go to our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Watch this game live. You can also watch the archived edition.
It'll be there as long as YouTube is there.
I got a feeling they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's a long time. 4 wide receivers. 2nd and 7. Sideline pass, underthrown. Nafoa was the intended target for Martinos, and Martinos has struggled in the passing game, comes in averaging just under 35% completion percentage. 588 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Indeed, as you saw from the numbers put together by Bobby Mushagian in the pregame, it's been a struggle in the passing game overall. As a team, the Corsairs are completing just under 40% of their passes on the season, and certainly that has led to some offensive struggles. Santa Monica comes in having lost 5 straight, and they face an immediate 3rd down and 7. Blitz coming. Good protection for Martinos on the roll. Again, looking to the near side, but incomplete. He was looking for Bay, Eric Bay. And that pass off the mark and a quick 3 and out. The Pirates have been an interesting case defensively so far this season. The numbers pretty solid for the Pirates overall, but they've had a couple of dominating performances defensively on the season and a couple of performances where they got lit up pretty good against Mount Sac and against Riverside. But if you remove those games from the equation, the Pirate defense has actually been quite stifling on a number of occasions so far this year, and they figure to have a good day here against a Corsair offense that has struggled throughout this season. Pacheco with the fair catch. The Pirates will have their first possession at their own 32-yard line when we return here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Pirates on offense, first time today. Constantine will keep it on the ground, duck it, hit in the backfield, and wrapped up. A loss of a yard on the play. Chris Ween leads the way, and that's not a surprise at all. Ween, the linebacker, far and away the leading tackler in the SCFA North. In fact, the leading tackler in the SCFA this season. The Corsairs, while they've had their struggles offensively, have been pretty solid defensively this season. So the defense a little bit ahead of the curve for Santa Monica so far, and Ween from that middle linebacker spot certainly leads the way. 2nd down and 11. Constantine directing traffic as the Corsairs show blitz. Here they come. Play action, quick slant. Mallory with the catch. Tripped up past the 45, out to the 46, and that'll be good enough for a first down, a pickup of 15. Kendrick Mallory, quite frankly, in the last month or so, nobody's been better from the wide receiver position in the SCFA. Over his last 5 games, Mallory is averaging just over 9 catches a game for over 100 yards, and he scored 7 touchdowns in that time. And those numbers not surpassed by anyone over the last month. Meanwhile, Mallory does get up a little gimpy, so he's going to come off, be replaced by Nikese Caldwell, and we'll keep an eye on Kendrick and see if he returns. obviously. I don't think I need to tell you, Michael, that would be a massive loss even for a short period of time.
Yeah, it looks like he maybe rolled an ankle. He got taken down on an awkward ankle.
Yeah, hit at the ankle and tripped up. So able to leave under his own power, so that's initially an encouraging sign. They overload the far side here, do the Pirates as they work it from left to right here in the first quarter. Constantine, who's also been caution flammable of late. Straight drop, good protection, dumps it short, looking for Duckett, and it's off his fingertips, incomplete. Ween, omnipresent, was in the area. So 2nd down and 10 for the Pirates. Meanwhile, Sam Flowers makes his first appearance. Replacing Caldwell. Here's the 2nd and 10 play. 4-man rush. Constantine bullets it over the middle and completes it to Flowers for a first down into Corsair territory at the 39. Well, good protection early on. That's not a big surprise. The offensive line for the Pirates has been outstanding both in the running game and the passing game this season. And there they gave good protection to Jake Constantine, who finds Flowers. Moves it to the 39-yard line of Santa Monica. The Pirates come to the line for a 1st and 10 play. Back to the ground, Duckett on the counter. Over his right guard. Pushes the pile to the 35, a gain of 4. Well, after a torrid start, Thomas Duckett has cooled off as he has battled a rib injury over the last few weeks. Did return last week and had 12 carries for 42 yards, but it was a struggle against a very good College of the Canyons defense for the Pirates on the ground. A 4-yard run brings up 2nd down and 6. Jared Thompson, the tight end, in the game for the Pirates, who go a little bit bigger. Blitz coming. Play action. Constantine just dumps this one into the turf.
Smart play. Doesn't really have anything there. And Constantine doing a really good job of taking what the defense is giving him. And Santa Monica, you know, considering their record, doing a pretty good job here early on, playing good physical football.
Jordan Lawrence was coming on the blitz, and he was closing in on Constantine. So the Corsairs, I should say, force a 3rd down and 6. The Pirates, the numbers getting better on 3rd down throughout the season. They're up to 40% as a team, and they face a 3rd and 6 here from the 35. Straight drop for Constantine. Has time, looking near side. Catch is made. 1st down, Pirates. That was Caldwell with his first catch. Caldwell, a breakout game of sorts with 7 catches last week as he starts to split time and take time from Kezio Snelling at that 4th wide receiver spot. But Constantine and Caldwell developing a synergy as this season goes on, and he finds Caldwell there for 1st down yardage to the 26-yard line. A methodical drive for the Pirates right off the bat. Fresh set of downs. Constantine from the shotgun, play action, quick throw, complete. Flowers tripped up at the 12-yard line.
Man, Constantine just surgical right now. After a couple of, well, I think he had one bad pass here, the pass over the middle that was maybe over the outstretched hands of the receiver. He's been pretty good thus far, especially getting the ball out quick.
Well, this is such a good offense for the quarterback. You have the decided feeling watching this team year after year. We've seen a number of guys really put up solid numbers in this Steve Mushagian offense, and Constantine's got an awful lot of talent, and he's clearly getting more comfortable in the offense. Duckett around the end on the left side, wrapped up inside the 10, down near the 5. They'll spot it at the 6. That's a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Pirates coming in with a record overall 4-2, 1-0 in conference. And after a season-opening win, the Corsairs have dropped 5 in a row. They're 1-5. Again, later tonight, another Northern Conference matchup. Moore Park, College of the Canyons.
Zoom it out a little bit, Zoom it up a little bit.
That game will be at 6. 2nd down and 4. Blitz coming. Constantine feeling the pressure, rolling out. Still moving away. Now throws off the back foot, and it's incomplete. He wanted Jared Thompson. Tyler Ricciuto had the coverage. The ball was underthrown, and a 3rd down and 4. Coming up for the Pirates, they converted their earlier 3rd down on this drive. Daggett and Snelling to the near side. Kendrick Mallory, meanwhile, has returned. He's solo. Well, now Daggett's going to move over. So they'll go with receivers left and right here on 3rd and 4. Keep an eye on the far side. Now they'll send Daggett in motion, leaving Mallory alone. Rolling right. Constantine throws back against his body. Touchdown, Kezio Snelling. The Pirates go 68 yards right off the bat. And they take the 6-0 lead. For Constantine, touchdown pass number 18 on the season. Snelling with his third touchdown reception.
Look at the replay here. That's almost no look there. It's a good job by Constantine anticipating the hit, getting the ball out before the hit gets there, and right on the money.
Well, Michael, it is basketball season. Constantine showing his versatility. The Pirates, 68 yards to pay dirt. They lead at 7-0 here in the first quarter. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Quick touchdown for the Pirates. 10-12 remaining here in the first quarter. And the Pirates have the early 7-0 lead. Nofoa Franklin back deep. Figures to be a busy day for Cooper Garcia. Gets into this one. Franklin from the 2. Out to the 15. At the 20. 25 looking for a little lane. Tripped up. Out past the 30. At the 33-yard line, good return for Christian Franklin. And again, the Corsairs will start with pretty good field position. Not much success on their opening drive, a quick 3 and out. We'll see John Martinos again at the quarterback position. Hirata the lone setback, receivers left and right. Hirata with a little stutter step. Off tackle on the left side. Brought down after a short gain, maybe about 3. Second down and 7. Well, for the Corsairs, who have struggled through the air to start, certainly if they could get a little something going on the ground, that can only help. Hirata now with a couple of carries for 6 yards. And that's been the extent of the offensive production. 4-man rush. Martino steps up, pop flies the far side, overthrown. Looking for Elijah Boykins. Chris Henry had the coverage, and it's a 3rd down and long. As you might expect, the Corsairs have had their struggles on 3rd down as a team, converting just 21%. And they'll face a 3rd down and 7. Call it 3rd down and 8. Here on their second drive of the afternoon. Big game in the SCFA today, and we'll try to keep you abreast of that. Saddleback and Fullerton in the SCFA South in the National Conference. And that's a massive game. Trying to set up the screen. Martinos overthrows Hirata, but a flag comes down. This may be a late hit. Martinos was leveled on the throw. And we'll wait and see what the flag is. And indeed, this is going to be a personal foul against Ventura, and it's going to give the Corsairs a 1st down at midfield. And that looked to me like Chris Henry coming on the blitz. And he got there just a little late, at least so far as the officials see it. So the 15-yard penalty erases the 3 and out for the Corsairs and instead gives them a first down at midfield. Martinos on a designed roll. Taylor bringing the pressure. Martinos just throws it away. Well, I asked Coach Steve Mushagian about how do they go about working against this kind of offense. So often early this season, the Pirates have been dealing with prolific offenses, weapons left and right, and now you get an offense that's struggling somewhat, not quite as dominant numerically. And he said really the key at this point is to watch for gadget plays, watch for trick plays. Corsairs going to try and catch them off balance if they can with something. So they need to be aware of that, stay aggressive. 1-yard run brings up a 3rd down and 9. And we'll see if the Corsairs try to set up something eventually against the Pirates, who've been pretty aggressive here on the first couple of series. See if they can wrong foot them somewhat and strike on a big play. You would think that would be their best opportunity eventually to put some points on the board against a Pirate defense that likely has the advantage at most positions, heads up, here in this matchup. Corajado in motion. They set up the screen to Boykin, and Boykin is hit after a gain of about 3, falls forward to the 45, where it'll bring up 4th down. Isaiah King with the stop. Here comes the punting unit. So Coach Kelly Ledwith eschews the 4th down. Go for it. And instead, he'll play field position here. On comes the punter, Gabriel Berkovich. Berkovich averaging just under 33 yards a kick on the season. Pacheco waiting deep. Second kick from Berkovich on the day. This one taken by Pacheco at the 15. Circles to his right and is forced out of bounds after a return of about 9 or 10 yards. We'll see where they end up spotting it. Midway through the first period, 7:41 remaining. It's an 8-yard return. The Pirates will take over at their 23 for their second possession. Pirates scored on their opening possession, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Jake Constantine to Kezio Snelling. And now they will go to work. Duckett in the backfield with Constantine again. 4 wide receivers on 1st and 10. Constantine with the snap. Again has good protection all kinds of time for Constantine. Still looking downfield. Sheds one tackler but can't get away from the second wave. So Constantine sacked on the play. Great job by the Corsairs secondary. Jordan Lawrence ends up with the sack. But it was a coverage sack, to be sure, as Constantine had ample time but couldn't find anywhere to go with the football and eventually takes a 7-yard loss back to the 16. 2nd down, 17, facing the Pirates now. Thompson in motion. Duckett through a big hole, out past the 25, down at the 30. But Thomas Duckett getting most of it back out to the 31-yard line. That's a 15-yard run, and it makes it 3rd down and 2. Far more manageable. And for Duckett, who had one big run last week against College of the Canyons and then was largely bottled up after that, that was some welcome running room through a massive hole right up the middle. 3rd and 2. Corsairs crowding the line. Here they come. Play action. Quick throw, and it's underthrown. Caldwell, the intended target. And Constantine just can't quite get enough on that throw. So the Corsair defense forces the 3 and out, and they'll get it back. Trevor Nafoa waits inside his 30-yard line for the kick from Steve Sanchez. Well, the Corsairs have had a mighty struggle. Sanchez, meanwhile, moving to his left, and he gets this one off. It's a good kick. Eventually down at the 34-yard line. So a kick of 35 yards, and the Corsairs will take over. I started to make the point about the Corsairs. In the first half this season, through 6 games, they have been outscored 124-13. So they've had trouble on both sides of the ball, really, but particularly offensively, getting things going early. A couple of times this season, they've made some nice fourth-quarter comebacks to get back into games. But early on, the Corsair offense has had their problems getting things going. Quick pitch to Hirata on the right side. Lowers the shoulder down to the 39-yard line. 4-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 6. How about that number, Michael? 124-13. That's a struggle in the first half.
It's a bit of a discrepancy there.
I'm no numbers guy.
I think you are, actually.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
More so than me, anyway.
But, it also highlights that, the culture of this program. This is a program obviously trying to take the step up. That's not easy to go from the American Conference into the National Conference. This is a major step up for a team that had been so dominant at that American Conference level. But to move up here, but it shows that under interim coach Kelly Ledwith, they're doing a great job of continuing to fight and battle in games, sometimes down fairly significant margins, but not giving up and getting themselves back into games in the latter stages. So I'm sure that's a welcome sight. Meanwhile, a completion and a first down out to the 45-yard line gives the Corsairs a fresh set of downs. And that's what they talked about, was that in an interview, Kelly Ledwith talking about how he's really pleased with the way that this team, battling adversity, hasn't given up and has continued to battle throughout this season, knowing that they're growing into this larger role. They try to set up the screen. The pass intended for Franklin is incomplete. Excuse me, that was Giovanni Correjedo was the intended target, so let's quickly correct that. A 2nd down and 10 coming up. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter, and Ventura has the early 7-0 lead. Antelope Valley, one of our regular clients here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, also in action today
at Santa Barbara.
At Santa Barbara, and that'll be a tough assignment. It's a very good offense for Santa Barbara. Meanwhile, a sack back inside the 40. Jesse Lemonaire comes free, wraps up Martino's, who had nowhere to go. A big loss on the play of 9 yards.
Getting back to Antelope Valley, they've looked really good at times this season. Maybe one of the best teams in the American division. Just, at times shooting themselves in the foot with, really just poor decision making as far as penalties go.
Yep.
They had a 4 overtime game that they lost at home versus College of the Desert. That was a game that they clearly had in hand, but you got to credit College of the Desert coming back in that one. But they righted the ship, and very impressive, gritty win versus a very gritty team in Citrus last week.
Pass intended for Eric Bay is overthrown. The Corsairs now facing a 4th down and 19, and here comes the punting unit. The Corsairs with another first down, and obviously, if you're the Corsairs and you're thinking about pulling the massive upset here, it starts with making it into the second half within shouting distance. So drives where they can pick up a first down or two, maybe take a little time off the clock. That works to the Corsairs' advantage here. They're going to try and shorten this one if they can, and then see if they can pull off the big upset in the second half. Good kick, and it takes a good bounce. Pacheco on the dead run inside the 20. Scoops it up. He's hit hard after a return of about 5 yards. And the Pirates will take over at their 23-yard line.
On that play, that's where you zoom in and then zoom out a little bit as he comes closer to you. And then follow the receiver. Where you're at right now is perfect.
So they'll spot this one at the 23. And That's where the Pirates will start drive number 3. Constantine will work from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers bunched to his right. Quick pitch to Savion Sims. Actually, they fake the pitch, trying to hand it to Duckett, but Chris Ween is not fooled, and he wraps up Duckett. A loss on the play of about a yard. So 2nd down and 11. Tried a little misdirection, but Chris Ween comes in far and away the leading tackler, 15 tackles a game.
Where's that rank in the SCFA?
I believe it's number 1. It's far and away the leader in the Northern Conference. Blitz coming on 2nd down. Duckett running right, brought down just short of the 30-yard line. 3rd down coming up. And I got to tell you, we see a lot of numbers here. You always sort of check the stats to get ready for games. And, you can see which guys are leaders statistically for teams. And Chris Ween, there's no hype here. This guy's been in on pretty much every tackle that we've seen so far.
He's legit.
He's all over the field, as he was, again, in on the tackle of Duckett. 3rd down. Constantine on a designed roll to his left, looking downfield. Fires and completes. 1st down Pirates out past the 35. That looked like Tony Daggett working on the far side. So they got it to the 36. The Pirates pick up the 1st down. And they'll go back to work here. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Constantine brings him to the line. The handoff to Duckett. Over his left guard, falls forward to the 39. Pickup of a couple. Well, the Pirates haven't been able to get a whole lot going on the ground here in the 1st quarter. But they continue to set up that running game. Gil Scott-Jackson, meanwhile, in the backfield. They screen it out to Jackson at the 40. Jackson's at the 45. Knocked down at the 48. That moves the chains again. So Jackson with the reception picks up another 1st down for Ventura out to the 48. Already see Constantine's completed passes to a number of different players. Caldwell, Flowers, Mallory, Jackson, Snelling. They'll spread it around. 3 wide receivers to the left on 1st and 10. Football resting on the Ventura 48-yard line. Three-man rush. Constantine steps up. Completes this one in the flat for a modest gain. Out to midfield. Pickup of a couple of yards. He went back to Tony Daggett. Meanwhile, as I look on the field, I don't see Kendrick Mallory, so he's not out there for this drive. He did return on the opening drive, but he's on the sidelines right now. Second and 8, Constantine, short drop, fires over the middle, and that one is picked off. Tyree Fryer steps in front and picks that one off at the 33-yard line. So they'll spot it at the 31, where Fryer made the initial interception. As we take a look at the replay, and Constantine with good time here steps up. But, Mike, this is something that we've talked about a little bit with Jake Constantine. That is, looked like he sort of zeroed in on his receiver there, and that was Fryer dropping back into coverage and just reading that throw and stepping in front.
A bit of a freshman mistake. I think he thought he could thread the needle. That's just a great job in coverage jumping that route. But, you do the DBs a little bit of a favor when you're eyeing down the receiver. We saw him last week and the week prior, or in the game prior to set in Saddleback, where he made the adjustment in the second half looking off the safeties.
Hirata straight up the gut for a gain of about 4 out to the 35. Well, we've talked about the Corsairs and some of the struggles numerically offensively this season. But one thing you can say for sure, they take care of the football. Just 6 turnovers in 6 games, and they're now plus 4 turnovers on the season. So they're well coached, and they're adjusting to this level, but they're not going to beat themselves. Meanwhile, the first quarter comes to a close. 7-0 Ventura. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second down and 7 for Santa Monica. They trail it 7-0. They have it back after the interception by Tyree Fryer. Martinos looking left, overthrows Correjedo, and quickly a 3rd down and 7.
Good on air sneeze. Gesundheit.
3rd down and 7. Oh, did we pick that one up?
We did. I mistimed it.
Well, I tried to get off of there, but I didn't quite make it. 3rd down and 7 for Santa Monica. They've struggled on 3rd down so far. Slant pass incomplete. Henry had the coverage on Boykin. No flags. And we'll see the punting unit for Santa Monica. And they continue to have their struggles trying to throw the football against what's been a very good secondary for the Pirates this season. And it's not easy to complete a lot of passes. It's a very athletic secondary, seemingly as always for Ventura. Couple that with the way they've been able to get some pressure on the quarterback this year as well. Big rush. This one might have been partially blocked from Berkovich. It's going to be a short kick, and the Pirates are going to have it in Santa Monica territory. This one will be down at the 48-yard line, and that was all about the pressure they were able to get on Berkovich. And again, I think it's fairly safe to say that someone got a piece of that, at least partially blocked it. And the Pirates will have outstanding field position in Santa Monica territory here early in the second. Well, hold everything here because they're spotting this at the 39, and I believe this is going to be a re-kick, so a penalty against Ventura, and that's a big call. And the Pirates were set up to have this ball in Santa Monica territory, and instead the Corsairs get to kick it again. Another short kick from Berkovich, but this one now takes a Pirate bounce all the way back to the 45-yard line. So the Pirates end up with very good field position again, albeit not quite what it was going to be.
Right.
But still, at their own 45-yard line, it's a relatively short field for Constantine and the Pirate offense, who all of a sudden are starting to have a bit of a struggle moving the football against this Corsair defense. And perhaps on cue, Ricky Town will come out to start the second quarter at quarterback for Ventura. Not a whole lot to read into this. Town and Constantine have been splitting time throughout the season for those that might be watching for the first time. Jackson threw a good hole into Corsair territory at the 49-yard line, a 6-yard run. Leaves a 2nd and 4 for Ventura. Flowers coming on. Four wide receivers for the Pirates. Town from the shotgun. 3-man rush. Good protection.
Oh.
Caldwell with a leaping effort, but he can't make the one-handed grab. And instead, it will be 3rd down and a long 4 for the Pirates. And I didn't think that I would say this, Michael, but the Pirates need to pick up this 1st down. All of a sudden, they're having some struggles offensively.
Honestly,
Corsairs picking up some confidence, I think, defensively.
Offensively, they can't move the ball. This might be 4-down territory.
Yeah, certainly at this point, you wouldn't seem to have a lot to fear from the Corsair offense right now. The Pirate defense having the better of it. 3rd and 4, Town steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete.
Uh-oh.
He was looking for Snelling.
Snelling took a shot at the legs that looked pretty ugly, but Snelling luckily gets up. But Ricky Town high on 2 throws there, and he just needs to be more accurate with the football.
Yeah, Sky Germain had the coverage and came in with the hit on Snelling. And Snelling got up perhaps a little gingerly, but under his own power and able to leave the field.
Good to see.
And another 3 and out and a good defensive set for the Corsairs. Here comes Sanchez, having himself a busy first half. On the move, and he angles this one on the near side. Out of bounds. And let's see where they end up spotting this one. And this was a good kick from Sanchez. Ends up inside the 15, down at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Corsairs will set up with a long way to go. Trailing this one 7-0, 13:38 remaining here in the first half. It's been Martinos who's gone the route at quarterback with Hirata. And no sooner do I say that, is that Martinos. Might be Nick Hutchins. Quick pitch to Hirata, running left, tries to cut it back. Hit and dropped after a gain of a couple.
I think the ball hit the deck, but they're going to rule that the runner was already down.
So they come out, but the whistles had come in.
See number 7 at QB.
Yeah, that's Hutchins. So first appearance for Hutchins. Completing 46% of his passes is Hutchins on the season. 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions for Hutchins. And he'll move Hirata to his left on 2nd down. Has the snap. They fake to Hirata, and it's a keeper not going anywhere is Hutchins. Hit immediately. Well, the Pirate defensive line has been pretty solid this season. Lemonaire, along with Bryce Harvey. Let me correct that, name wrong. Kyle Howard at the defensive tackle spots, combining to stop Hutchins, and brings up 3rd down and long. Hutchins rolling left, looking downfield, fires on the far side, incomplete.
Terrific coverage.
Going for Eric Bay, but he was blanketed on the play. 2 Pirates in the area, a quick 3 and out, and the Pirates will get it back, likely with very good field position. This kick will come from the Corsair end zone, as Berkovich, who's been under pressure on a couple of kicks already here today, will now have to kick from the shadow of his own goalpost. Pacheco waiting in Corsair territory. Here's the snap. The kick away. Short kick from Berkovich, angling out of play on the near side. This one will be inside the Corsair 35-yard line. So a short kick, and the Pirates will take over at their at the Santa Monica 33-yard line, I should say. So a very short field. And Coach Steve Mushakian, well, you can't draw it up a whole lot better than that. You play the field position, pin them deep, get the quick 3 and out, and then get it back with excellent field position. Now we'll see if the offense can take advantage, as Ricky Town will get another series here at quarterback.
He played it like he knew he was getting a 3 and out and a bad kick.
We told him, didn't we?
Gets a free steak dinner.
Duckett and Jackson in the backfield. Rare dual setbacks as Jackson is tripped up at the line. Guess who? Chris Ween.
And Ween shaking up.
Shooting the gap. Able to get the stop, but he's to his feet. A gain of about a yard on the play for Jackson. Interesting to see the Pirates here shaking it up personnel-wise. That was Jackson and Duckett playing together in the backfield most of the time. The great majority of the time, it'll be a single back for the Pirates, and indeed they go to just Duckett here on 2nd down and 9.
Nobody covering the slot on the right side.
Thompson in motion. This is Town on the keeper, slips a tackle at the line, falls forward near the 1st down marker.
Yeah, he coughed at the ball, but luckily was able to fall right on top of it.
So
Dangerous
that'll
play.
move the chains as Ricky Town runs for a 1st down to the Santa Monica 20.
Well, I mean, if you're familiar with the name Ricky Town, you should be. It's because he was a 5-star recruit coming out, signed in the SEC out of high school. He's bounced around a couple of programs with some coaching changes, and has found himself in a very favorable situation here with Ventura. He's a big-time athlete.
Trying to set up the screen, has Daggett. Daggett's wrapped up after a gain of about 4 on the play.
And what does
Chimechi Oparanasi.
And what does Ricky Town need to work on? He needs to work on his accuracy, and that's a good, quick, accurate throw.
So Daggett's catch brings up 2nd down and 6. Blake Burnett, meanwhile, has checked in the game. So Burnett and Daggett to the top of your screen as the Pirates are working from right to left here in the 2nd quarter. They keep it on the ground, around the end, near the 1st down marker. Duckett on the carry. So that'll get it down to the 10-yard line. First down for Ventura. It'll be 1st and goal from the Santa Monica 10. This drive started at the Santa Monica 33 after the short kick. And let's correct that very quickly. Duckett gets it all the way down to the 6. Town rolling right, throws it in the flat, broken up, incomplete. He was trying to find Daggett. Well, the first touchdown came from the 6. You're a Pirate fan, hoping for deja vu all over again.
And Jeff, I was down there working on the high pod shot, and the ball for the field goal went right over my head. Pretty cool.
Well, you are everywhere.
I am.
You just never know where Matt's going to be. I feel a game coming on. Find Matt.
Right.
Town with a straight drop. Good time. Throws in the back of the end zone. No signal yet. Touchdown, Pirates. Burnett with the touchdown reception. We'll take a look here as Town with excellent protection. And he steps up and finds Blake Burnett crossing to the back of the end zone. And this is good patience by Ricky Town as well. First target not there, but finds Burnett crossing to the back of the end zone for the touchdown. And the Pirates take advantage of the short field and now lead it 14-0 here on the VC Sports Network. 14-0. The Pirates step out to the 2-touchdown lead here, taking on Santa Monica College here, watching SCFA football here on the VC Sports Network. SoCalCollegeSports.com. Garcia with the approach. High end-over-end kick, angling to the near side. And this one, I believe, will be a touchback. Let's see where they end up spotting this one. As Garcia trying to get it in the corner. And indeed is able to get the touchback on the near side. So Santa Monica will take over at their own 25. And it's been a struggle. Nick Hutchins will return for his second drive here at the helm. Christoph Hirata in the backfield. He's gone the route at the running back position. High snap, the handoff to Hirata on the left side. Good running room out past the 30. The leading rusher for Santa Monica on the season, Anthony Hambright. But Hambright has missed a game and then came back to have just a few carries in the Corsairs' last game. So it's Hirata who's really taken over at the running back spot. Good run there, sets up second and short. Pass intended for Bay on the near side is incomplete. And meanwhile, it is Martinos who has returned at the quarterback position. So Hutchins gets just one drive, and they'll go back to Martinos. And a 3rd down and 4 coming up for Santa Monica. And the Corsairs would do well to put at least something of a drive together here. Give the defense a little bit of a rest. Try and stall any Pirate momentum. Pirates sensing that they can take control of this one early, perhaps, as they now lead at 14-0 and have a chance to get off the field, and they will. Let's see if there's a late flag here. This may be a late hit on Elijah Boykin. And if so, that's a terrible break for the Pirates. A break of their own doing, as it would be a penalty here on the Pirates that would keep this drive alive. And indeed, the personal foul is going to give the Corsairs the first down and 15 yards out to the 46. And it's just a garden variety late hit there. On the pass intended for Boykin, it was clearly broken up. And instead of taking the 3 and out and getting off the field, you throw Boykin to the turf and give him 15 yards and a first down.
Shouldn't have been standing there. Name the movie, Jeff.
Oh, that sounds so familiar, too. Receivers left and right for the Corsairs, who have a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Hirata tries to bounce it to the outside, finds a little running room. He is taken down. That looks like it could be a face mask. The run takes it to the Ventura 48. That's a 6-yard gain, but likely to see some yardage at the tail end of this. By the way that Hirata went down on the far side, it seems fairly safe to say that there was some contact in the face mask area, and that's all you're going to need to bring the flag. Nice piece of running by Hirata, who was stymied at the line initially, but then able to break that one out to the outside and get around the corner for some decent yardage. So another Pirate penalty coming up here, I believe. And if so, it'll be another of the 15-yard variety. And the Pirates starting to pile up the penalty yardage here in the first half. That's not the kind of yardage they wanted. Well, all right, let me step back here. I'm a little bit surprised. This one is actually going to go against Santa Monica. And I thought, sure, by the way that Hirata went down, there might be a face mask call, but instead it's going to be a holding call from the spot of the foul against Santa Monica, and the Pirates perhaps get away with one. So the ball now rests at the Santa Monica 46, 1st down. Hirata running left, tries to cut it back, runs into a wall after a gain of a yard. Pacheco moving up, leading the way. Trenton Carlson also in on the stop Second down and 7. Corsairs have it at their own 48. Boykin in motion. They're going to set up the screen. It's Correjedo.
Ooh.
Hit after a modest gain on the play. He might have gotten back to the line. Jesse Lemonaire moving out for the stop. A little help from Steven Nolasco.
Got
That
sandwiched.
is classic Jesse Lemonaire. That's a pass toward the sideline, but Lemonaire from his defensive tackle spot able to get all the way outside and be the first to get there. Not sure what it is about the Pirates, but they like to get the defensive linemen who've got the unbelievable motor. And the 2017 version is Jesse Lemonaire. Mark Zavala last year, for those who may remember following the Pirates. Third down and 8. Snap to Martinos. Good protection. Tries to throw it over the middle. Incomplete. Wanted to go back. Once again to Giovanni Correjedo. But it was off of Correjedo's hands. And the Corsairs will be forced to punt again. Busy first half for Gabriel Berkovich. Meanwhile, the Pirates going to shake things up on the punt return. Antonio Brown, 5'9" freshman, back to receive the kick from Berkovich. Again, Berkovich just gets this one away. It does take a Santa Monica kick inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, and the Pirates will take over, looking to extend on a 14-0 lead. They lead it 14-0 with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Well, let's see if Coach Steve Mushagian continues to go with Ricky Town, and it is. So it's Ricky Town. You have to suspect that before it's all said and done, this is going to be an opportunity for Coach Steve Mushagian and his staff to get a look down the depth chart heading into the second half of the season. Benson in motion. Town finds Benson on the far side, out of bounds at the 32. A 5-yard gain brings up second down and 5. They'll spot it at the 31, so give them 4 yards. Second down and 6. Clear that Town, with a touchdown under his belt after somewhat of a jittery start, is starting to settle down. That throw was on the money to Benson. 3 wide receivers to the left. Duckett the lone setback. Corsairs come on the blitz. Duckett with a little stutter step. Out past the 35. Cut down at the 36. Close to the first down marker, but a little bit shy. Ween in on the stop, along with Christopher Packard, but all for naught. A penalty against Ventura is going to back him up. So instead of third down and short, it'll be second down and long after a Pirate penalty sends the ball back to the Ventura 21-yard line. Town from the shotgun. 3-man rush. Screens it out to Snelling. Snelling wrapped up. No gain on the play. Trevor Nafoa. Richard Harbor III. Actually wrapping up Snelling. Absolutely no gain, and a third and long now for the Pirates from their own 21-yard line. Blitz coming. Town steps up, has time, completes the pass over the middle. Burnett shaking off tacklers. He's out past the 45-yard line to the 46. Blake Burnett makes the catch, and then a great individual effort. So we'll take a look at the replay, and Burnett just sitting down over the middle. But then watch the second effort, shedding tackles, and that gets him the first down out to the 46-yard line. So Burnett having a big first half, now a couple of catches, including a touchdown. The Pirates will overload the far side here. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Town juggles the snap. Now he just has to try and fall forward on a broken play. A loss of a couple. Packard again with the stop. Bryce Harvey also in on the stop. 2nd down and 12.
Made him eat that football.
Here comes Savion Sims, replacing Benson. How about the effort from Burnett on the previous 3rd and long?
Yeah. Very impressive.
2nd down and 12. Sims in motion. Instead, it's Duckett through a big hole. Duckett into the secondary, has the 1st down and more. Inside the 40, down to the 35.
Well, it's a good play design there. Just, you have the jet sweep fake. You're puffing smoke, and then you go right up the middle, and then we have another flag at the end of the play.
This may go against Santa Monica. We'll see if this is extracurriculars after the 21-yard run by Thomas Duckett. And indeed, Pirates pointing towards Santa Monica, and I don't mean the city.
Well, if they're pointing in Santa Monica, that would be geographically correct.
Yes, if they were pointing towards Santa Monica, would they just be pointing down at this point? I mean, it wouldn't really mean a whole lot on the football field. But so the 15-yard penalty, the personal foul after the play, takes it down to the 20-yard line. So the Pirates now on the move. They already lead at 14-0, but they would love to get this one in hand as quickly as possible. I asked Steve Mushagian about the danger of a trap game here after 2 very big wins, and he had an interesting story as Town fires over the middle, finds Flowers, who absorbs a big hit, but holds on to the football.
It's right at the 1.
Robe Altidore laid the lumber on Flowers, but he makes the catch and holds on to the football down to the 5, and the Pirates are going to work quickly. Town quickly to the line. Whistles come in before the snap. Well, as it turned out that Steve Mushagian has been talking to his team all week about the dangers, and he talked about being at Fresno State in 1989 as a player. They were 10-0 going into their last game of the season, had already clinched a bowl bid, and they lost their last game to 0-11 New Mexico.
Wow.
So he said that he is familiar with this situation.
Trap game scenarios.
And he made the point that that's why, as a coach, you coach hard after a loss, and you coach harder after a win. So I had heard that, I believe, before, but I think it's a little bit of coaching wisdom from Steve Mushagian. But he knew this week that obviously, he's got a young team here that's brimming with confidence, but you have to keep them. You have to keep them centered, and I know that's a major challenge from a coaching standpoint, and how best to do that. But the Pirates have the lead here early.
They don't determine wins and losses by looking at a stat sheet. You got to go out and play the games, and obviously this is one that you have to take care of business. We talked about it in the pregame, and they're looking to go to 2-0 in the National Northern Division right now. As it happens, based on record, Bakersfield in first place, overall 5-1. Their lone loss in the season coming to Riverside, and one of the losses in the loss column for the Pirates is RCC as well.
So Town with Duckett to his right on 1st and goal from the 5. Here's the snap. Town on the keeper, around the end on the right side, in for the touchdown. So read option here. They fake it to Duckett, and you have to respect that, the way Duckett has run, especially on that drive, a big 21-yard run, and gets the defense going the wrong way, and Town with a good lane, able to get in from 5 yards out. Garcia adds the extra point. 4:05 remaining here in the first half. Ventura in control. They now lead at 21-0 here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com.
And remember, everybody, if you couldn't make it to today's game, you can always catch us live at SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube or our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. And especially if you have a Xbox or an Apple TV, you can download the YouTube app there, and that will upgrade the stream to full HD for you.
The wonders of technology.
I think my Xbox is like about 10 or 15 years old. But admit it, you have to be a little surprised I have one at all.
You know what? I was there when you bought it. So I'm not surprised.
Which only shows how long we've known each other. Garcia with the approach. Here's the kick. High end-over-end kick. Franklin, 2 yards deep. He's out to the 10. Trying to work it to the far side. And he is hit and dropped short of the 15-yard line. And we made the point in our coverage of the Pirates this season. But with a couple of exceptions, the Pirate coverage on kickoffs has been outstanding. And again, they're very difficult to get much of a return starting from your own end zone against this Pirate kick coverage unit. And indeed, the Corsairs will start with poor field position at their 13-yard line. Martinos at quarterback returns. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half, but the Corsairs have got to start doing some work. Straight drop, looking left. Nice one-handed catch made. Out toward the 20-yard line.
Third and manageable.
Yeah, Jordan Herrera with the reception. Herrera is the leading receiver for Santa Monica. And that means, at least scheme-wise, that he's probably been matched up a lot with Jalen Watson here so far today. And that would explain why we haven't heard much from him. But he makes the catch there. Second down and 5 after the 5-yard gain. The Pirates showing blitz, and they might have gone over the line. It was Carlson trying to time, ends up in the neutral zone, and the whistles come in. And is this going to go against Ventura? And if it does, it's going to result in a first down for Santa Monica with 3:10 remaining here in the first half. So the 5-yard penalty gives Santa Monica a fresh set of downs. Martinos looks over the Pirate defense. Franklin in motion. Blitz coming. Pop flies the near side. Looking for Boykin. Henry was all over him. Terrific coverage from Chris Henry.
Well, Jeffrey, it's every year. Coach Mushagan seems to always have DBs with tremendous speed, and the coverage has been fantastic this season.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury when you can go one-on-one on the outside and, able to hold your own in that situation, and that leaves a lot of guys to get after the quarterback. So it's second down and 10. Yeah, I think it's worth noting. You like the play call from the Corsairs, too. You got to take some shots down the field here, and they've shown a willingness to do that.
Safety.
Tried a couple of deep efforts, haven't been able to get one yet. They'll keep it on the ground. Herrera circling to the left, and he might have gotten back to the line. The Corsairs, as a team, about 83 yards a game on the ground, so they haven't been able to get much of a running game going for much of this season, and they're going to have very tough sledding here against the Pirates, who really, with the exception of the Riverside game, they've been very good against the run. The Tigers got them for 322 yards rushing in the game that Riverside won 42-34 earlier this year. Outside of that game, the Pirates are allowing just over 100 yards per game on the ground as a defensive unit. Herrera, second effort, trying to move the pile out to the 33. So basically, when Ventura is not facing Vic Viramontes, they've been really good against the run this year.
Well, Riverside, undefeated, I believe. And Viramontes, the big reason why. What a stud.
Yeah.
Well, you saw him firsthand. I mean, Jeff, what'd you think?
Man, the amazing thing about the performance by Viramontes in the Ventura game was how good he was throwing the football in that matchup in particular. And the Pirates really, for their part, were willing to take their chances and wanted to dare Viramontes to beat him through the air. And you got to give the young man a lot of credit. That's exactly what he was able to do in what turned out to be a very close game.
Yeah.
But
dual threat in every sense.
I made the point late in the game that it was very college Vince Young type of performance because it was about 500 yards combined, over 500 yards, passing and rushing. And he was just the guy in that game that made all the difference. And really, it's a performance that's all the more remarkable when you see how good the Pirates have been throughout this year against pretty much everybody else they've played in terms of defending the run. And to that point, the Pirates had a very strong performance against Nwosu for Santa Barbara College in the opening game. And that seemed kind of innocuous at the time, except Nwosu is now among the top leaders in the entire SCFA in rushing this season. So that now, in retrospect, becomes a very, very strong performance as well. So, it just all speaks to really how good this defense has been for the Pirates much of this season and how good Vic Viramontes is, evidently. So keep an eye on that as well. Meanwhile, the Pirates are able to force a second down, I should say, and 6 from the 38. Martinez looking right, tries the sideline looking for Boykin, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, looking for Boykin on a hook. And Boykin with a bit of an out towards the sideline there. Just miscommunication between quarterback and the receiver. Remember, everybody, we do have a game tonight coming up. It'll be Moore Park at Canyons.
This is your chance to see 67% of the Northern Conference, I believe, in one day. We can't get to Bakersfield and with Cerritos. That's a
little remote.
Can't get you the whole Northern Conference in one day. Working on it. 3rd down and 6. High snap off the hands of Martinez, and now he just has to fall on it. And that's how the Santa Monica drive is going to end here back at their own 30-yard line.
Ventura going to take a timeout.
A minute 10 for the Pirates,
well,
who also still have, now they have 1 timeout remaining.
You're up 21-0, minute 10 left in the second quarter. Why do you take a timeout here? Just remember, it's all about style points at this point. You're battling for the playoffs. You're not going to take your foot off the gas, and you want to see what kind of in-game reps you can get with the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, and also on top of that point, because I think that's certainly a big part of it, you can also be sure that in that Ventura coaching staff, nobody thinks this game is over either. So obviously you're looking for an opportunity here, and it's a lot of trust, I think, in the offense as well and what they can do. With 70 seconds, which certainly should be a lot of time here, especially if they could get something going on the return. They've been able to harass Berkovich into some short kicks, so you would expect the Pirates to come out of this with pretty good field position.
Pirates going to have about a minute, maybe a little under a minute, and 1 timeout.
Antonio Brown back deep to receive the kick. Line drive kick from Berkovich. Brown moving up, takes it at the 43, slips a tackle. He's out to midfield, brought down just inside Santa Monica territory at the 49-yard line. So a short field for the Pirates. 58 seconds remaining. And the Pirates have 1 timeout and 49 yards to go. Obviously, if you think about the Garcia field goal, they only need about 20 yards here to get into Garcia's range. His longest 46.
Oh, 46.
Yeah.
It was in the 40s.
So they'll spot this one at the Santa Monica 49. Here comes Ricky Town. He's played the entirety of the second quarter and led the Pirates to a couple of touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 passing.
Let's see him take a shot with Kizio here.
Kizio Snelling already has a touchdown in the game. Town, straight drop. Looking right, completes the pass. Knocked out of bounds. Inside the Santa Monica 40. He finds Jordan Hill for the reception, down to the 38. This is where it's so difficult to defend the Pirates. They have such precision offensively, but you can't afford to come up too close because they definitely have the playmakers to get down the field in a hurry. 4-man rush, Town, pocket collapsing, dumps it short, catch is made by Jackson. He's got running room, down to the 20 and out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
And Towns has done a good job of settling down, putting balls where they need to be. Good accuracy here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think to be fair to Ricky Town as well, he hasn't played a lot in the last couple of weeks. Well, they had the bye week, but it's been Constantine really going the route in the last couple of games. Town had a brief appearance against College of the Canyons and didn't appear at all against Saddleback the game before that. Town, straight drop, steps up, fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Going for Snelling, I believe. Flag.
Harbor had the coverage. Flags down on the play. It was Caldwell, the intended target.
What if this is going to be a pick play? Well, Jeffrey, back to your point about Town. According to the coaching staff, Town was banged up a little bit after the RCC game. Took a shot in that one.
Yeah, it was – well, and it was out of character. Steve Mushagan's been very upfront that he intends to use both quarterbacks really all year. Yeah. He might mix up who starts and who comes in relief, but his intention is to really make use of both quarterbacks throughout the year. So for one to play the entire game, obviously an injury makes a lot of sense. Burnett with the catch to his right, hit and dropped inside the 10.
Burnett's had a nice first half.
3 catches now for Burnett, including a touchdown. The Pirates working quickly down to 28 seconds, and they'll wind the clock. Jackson in the backfield with Town. They have it at the Santa Monica 5. Town, quick slant, throws it behind his intended receiver, incomplete.
Look like Hill again. That was a bit of a rub route.
Meanwhile, Darian Ballard checks in and now checks out just that quickly. Jared Thompson comes on. So the Pirates will go a little bit bigger here, down to 18 seconds. The Pirates do still have a timeout remaining. So if you're thinking about it, they could potentially run the ball.
Miscommunication, Santa Monica. One man guarding 2.
Hill and Burnett. They fake to Jackson, throw toward the back of the end zone, broken up. Ween gets a hand in there. They were going back to Burnett in a play that looked eerily similar to the touchdown earlier here in the second quarter. And how about Ween reading that pass and able to get back and break that up as Burnett had gotten himself free. Meanwhile, now it's 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Gil Scott Jackson wide open on that play. And Town gets away with one. That's late over the middle of the field.
Town rolling left under pressure, throws on the near side, touchdown Pirates.
Replay camera 2.
Dominic Benson with the touchdown catch, 4 yards from Ricky Town. Let's take a look here. This is just a designed roll. And Town, that's just a great sense of the timing as well, getting that ball out. Nice job by Benson running a quick out. The Pirates make it look easy. 3 touchdowns on the board here in the second quarter, and they will head into halftime with a large lead, 28-0. Just 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Well, we made the point about how statistically Santa Monica has really struggled here in the first half so far this season, and you would have had to figure that it was going to be an uphill climb here today against a very good Ventura team playing very well as well with back-to-back victories over top 5 teams in the SCFA. And predictably, the Pirates have come out and really asserted themselves here in the first 30 minutes, and they now lead at 28-0. And for Coach Steve Mushagian, his Pirate team flying high right now, but a long way to go. And we'll keep you up to date with some scores in the SCFA. And, of course, tonight you can watch a little bit more of the Northern Conference as Moore Park travels to College of the Canyons to take on the Cougars in a big, big matchup for College of the Canyons after the loss last week to Ventura. Garcia will again angle toward the near side. And this one out of the back of the end zone. And the Corsairs will have time enough for one play.
I was going to say, Jeff, I don't think we've ever been this close to any team's sideline. And you can tell definitely that Ventura's relaxed on the sidelines, and I'm sure they might be a little bit on the field as well. But all smiles, it looks like, on the Ventura sideline.
Yeah, it's a relaxed sideline here, right below us. And this is a team obviously brimming with a lot of confidence right now, but a long way to go. And this is a team that has also big goals here for 2017. So you could be assured that on that relaxed sideline, there's also the feeling that they haven't accomplished anything that they want to accomplish yet here in 2017. We'll head to the locker room here. Halftime from Santa Monica. Ventura on top of Santa Monica College, 28-0. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com.
And remember, everybody, if you have friends or family that couldn't make it to today's game or tonight's game coming up, you can always let them know to catch the action on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1, or on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com.
underway here in the third quarter. The Pirates will have it first. This is Brown from the 10, out to the 20. Hit at the 25, but he's still on his feet, now trying to circle back toward the near side. Brown around the end. Ends up getting out near the 30-yard line. That was about a 60-yard return by Antonio Brown for 30 yards. So we will get things started here in the third quarter.
I don't know if it's just the middle of the day that's giving me this effect, but it feels like this game's going by super quick.
Well, the Pirates probably feel that way. Not so sure about the Corsairs.
The French Pirates.
So the flag on the return, an illegal block, and the Pirates will take over with very poor field position as they'll mark it from the spot. And they'll start from their own 10. Constantine returns at the quarterback position for the third quarter. With Duckett in the backfield. Duckett cutting back to his left for a gain of about 4. And let's correct that very quickly. It is Gil Scott Jackson in the backfield. So Jackson gets the initial carry. 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard run. Pirates in command here, 28-0, just starting the third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground with Jackson. Off tackle on the right, bouncing off tacklers. Jackson's got the first down and more. Out past the 30 before he's finally brought down by Fryer at the 32-yard line. That is great second effort on the carry by Gil Scott Jackson. And just catch the tail end.
There's a flag on the field too, Jeff. I don't know if you saw that.
So we return to live action, and indeed, it's all coming back. The offensive, or I should say the holding call on the run by Jackson. And again, the Pirates shoot themselves in the foot collectively here. Another good run erased. And instead, it's back inside the 10-yard line where the Pirates will have it 2nd and long. Jackson running right around the end. Hit hard near the 15-yard line. Ween with the tackle on Jackson, but not before. A pretty solid gain for Gil Scott out to the 13-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Pirates. Constantine from the shotgun. Corsairs showing blitz. Plenty of time on the play clock now as Constantine shuffles things around. Blitz coming. Flags on the snap. This is likely going to be a false start. And the Pirates have come out somewhat inauspiciously here on their first drive. That's their 3rd penalty on this drive alone. And we'll back them up back near the original line of scrimmage, the 12. Where it'll be 3rd and long.
The refs must have realized I'm here.
They said, we'll show you a quick game.
Yeah, that many flags.
Here's what we think about that. Constantine looking right, fires and completes near the 1st down marker. It looks initially like he got it. Completing the pass to Hill. So Jordan Hill's reception moves the chains. And the Pirates, after all that, 3 penalties, able to nonetheless pick up the 1st down, and they have a fresh set of downs at the 22. Constantine flanked by Jackson. As the snap, Jackson over his left guard, good running room out past the 35. Finally brought down at the 36. That'll move the chains again. Now, they don't give Jackson a very good spot. They spot it all the way back at the 34. Nonetheless, it's good enough for a first down. 12-yard run for Gil Scott Jackson. As the Pirates start to crank it up offensively. They overload the far side. 3 wide receivers. They work it from left to right. Constantine again wants to change the play. Here comes the blitz. Short throw, catch is made. Out past the 40 to the 41. Burnett with another reception. He had 3 in the first half. Constantine starting to look for Blake Burnett. Burnett's a sophomore out of Ventura. Stayed close to home. 2nd down and 2 after an 8-yard gain. Jackson looking for a lane on the right side. He's got it into the secondary, and he's into Santa Monica territory, down to the 44-yard line, moving the chains once again. See if we can get the replay for you. And you see there's good patience. So Jackson moves the chains. Constantine rolling away from pressure, looking, fires, completes. Ballard has the catch down to the 25-yard line before he's finally brought down. A gain of 21 takes it to the Santa Monica 24-yard line.
I feel a touchdown coming on, Jeff.
Back this up. See Constantine here, spots Ballard. And Ballard sitting down in that zone. Meanwhile, we have a delay on the field. This Pirate drive started back at their own 10-yard line. After the holding call on the return pinned him deep. And the Pirates have now moved it to the Santa Monica 24, Tyrese Golar. Has checked into the game in the backfield. Dual setbacks for the Pirates. They send Duckett in motion. They screen it out to Duckett, and he can't find the handle. Was this a backwards pass? Duckett has to quickly jump on it, but it's an incomplete pass. Well, that was very close to a backwards pass, and Duckett alertly jumps on the ball. But the call was an incompletion. Dangerous call for the Pirates, who now face a 2nd down and 10. 3 wide receivers. Duckett running left, has another good hole inside the 20, down to the 15. That is close to first down yardage. He's about a yard shy. So a 3rd down and 1. Benson, Ballard return. As the Pirates will go to 4 wide receivers on 3rd and short. Try to spread out the Corsairs. Third and 1 for Ventura. Duckett straight up the middle has the first down. Pulled down inside the 10 at the 9. A 6-yard run moves the chains again. The Pirates starting to assert themselves in the running game here in the 3rd quarter. Taking some time off the clock. This drive almost 5 minutes in length. Started at the Pirate 10-yard line. They're down to the Santa Monica 9. Constantine, good protection Throws over the middle. Benson in for the touchdown. And we see the protection here as Garcia will come on for the extra point. Take a look at the replay, and Benson flashes in from the right. And the Pirates step out to a 35-0 lead. .9:48 to go in the third quarter. Ventura all over Santa Monica. You're watching Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. .35 here in the third. The Pirates, after a somewhat sluggish start in the first quarter, they led just 7-0 at the end of one, have really started to get it going, and they now lead it by 5 touchdowns, 35 unanswered on the board. Pirates are on the road again next week, next Saturday at Moore Park. Before their final 2 games of the regular season will be at home against Bakersfield and Cerritos. Meanwhile, Santa Monica will be back in action next week. They'll be at Bakersfield, so it doesn't get any easier for the Corsairs. A team that really dominated the American Conference in that Pacific Division. 5 straight championships from 2011 to 2015. Hirata dives forward to the 39, a 4-yard run, brings up 2nd down and 6. But they moved up to the National Conference last year. A 1-win season in the National North. And now year 2, battling these very tough teams in the National Conference. This is as good as it gets in the SCFA. Martinez tries the keeper. No gain on the play. And a 3rd down and 6 coming up. Pirates hoping for another quick 3 and out. Defense can get to the sideline. Give the offense another crack. Corsairs taking some time. Nick Hutchins, meanwhile, has checked in as the quarterback. Boykin solo to the left. Bunch formation on the far side for Santa Monica. 3 wide receivers bunched. Hutchins rolling right, lobs, looking deep. Catch is made, but was he in bounds? Pirate players indicating that he was out of bounds on the play. Still waiting for an official call as the officials huddle up. Might be able to see if we have this one on the replay. Let's get to that very quickly. Check that one out. Let's look at the replay here. You see Hutchins. And they're going to give him the catch. Well, how about that? So the Corsairs with the big play. get it to the Ventura 41. This may be their deepest penetration of the afternoon into Pirate territory. Quick pitch, Hutchins to Hirata. Looking for a hole on the far side, and he gained maybe a yard. Down to the 40. So Hirata with a pickup of about a yard. Meanwhile, you see Pirate players, they're shaking things up. Another penalty against Ventura. He's going to back this one up all the way down to the 25. The 15-yard penalty gives the Corsairs the ball at the Ventura 25, 1st and 10. The reverse back to the near side. Like Franklin on the carry, tries to cut it back. Did pick up about 3 yards. So Franklin on the reverse, and the Pirates do a good job to keep that play in front of them and at least hold Franklin to a gain of about 3 to the 22. They'll call it a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Hutchins trying to lead the Corsairs to points and get the Corsairs on the board here in the 3rd. Looking deep, Boykin covered by Watson. And the pass incomplete, and it's now 3rd down and 8. Turnier trying to bring some pressure on Hutchins. Well, it's a 3rd down and 8, but you have to believe already down 35-0. You wonder if the Corsairs would be content with a field goal attempt. This would be 39 yards. Victor Sambagaro is 1 for 3 on the season with a long of 33. So this would be testing his range. Do they think about going for it on 4th down? Let's see what happens on 3rd down and 8. Hutchins, blitz coming, tries to set up the screen. It's going nowhere. The catch is made. But no gain on the play. Hirata with the catch, but he is hit immediately. Lemonaire sniffing that play out, getting a little bit of help. John Hughes also in on the stop. So that's a loss on the play back to the 26, and now it's 4th and 12. A long field goal. Not in the cards, so the Corsairs instead will go for it. They are 7 of 14 on 4th down on the season, but this will be a tough one. 4th and 12. Franklin and Bay to the far side. Boykin to the near side, but we have whistles before the snap and a timeout taken. Santa Monica going to take a timeout. They want to talk it over. 4th and 12 from the Ventura 26. You're watching Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. So after talking it over, the Corsairs are going to try the field goal. This would be from 43 yards. Victor Sambagaro, 1 for 3 on the season. Get a look at this one. And this one's blocked and returned. Hughes ends up with the ball. And he is taken down in Santa Monica territory And I believe we can get to the replay here.
Whoop.
And we'll get a look at the block. Watch this one more time. And just good penetration. And a big paw up there and right to Hughes, who alertly returns it. And that's not a huge surprise. Pirates always very opportunistic in special teams. So the Pirates will have the football on the blocked kick. They'll have it at the Santa Monica 48. The shutout still intact. Sims on the screen at the 45, down to the 40, hit and spun down near the first down marker. A gain of 9 for Savion Sims. He's been a big part of the return game. A touchdown return against Orange Coast College for Savion Sims on the season. Caldera in the game. Inside the 30, down to the 27. Good run for Caldera. Raymond Caldera, freshman out of Oxnard. Get patient running down to the 27. That moves the chains. And Caldera will stay in the game after the 11-yard run. This is Caldera again, off tackle on the right side. Now tries to bounce it outside, inside the 30, down to the 23-yard line. 4-yard run. Well, actually, they'll give Caldera a pretty good spot. Down to the, well, even inside the 20. So Caldera, nice job tiptoeing the near side. 8-yard run. Makes it 2nd down and 2. Ballard into the game with Sims and Burnett on the far side. Constantine working quickly, looking left, great protection. Rolling right, still looking downfield, dumps it short, catch is made. Tyrese Golar inside the 5, loses the handle on the football, but it's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So Tyrese Golar. We'll see if we can get a quick look here. And watch this play. Let's see if we can. Don't want to lose the live action, but you see the great protection here. And then a great job by Constantine checking down there, finds Golar. And you just see the tail end of that play. And now back to live action. They fake to Golar, Constantine going nowhere, brought down short of the line. And a Corsair player is down, getting up slowly. Second and goal coming up. Let's step aside very quickly. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. Wallace Dekiba, linebacker for Santa Monica, the player who was down, but he was able to get to his feet very comfortably, able to get off the field under his own power. So, good sign. And Wallace appears to be okay. Back to football. Caldera loses his footing as he gets near the line of scrimmage and falls down. No gain on the play. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and goal from the 2 coming up for Ventura. Well, where do you go here? 5 touchdowns on the day.
Home.
Town with a run. It's what the Pirates are thinking about. Golar in the backfield with Constantine. And they'll go with Golar. A nifty little move at the line, and Golar is in for the touchdown. Tyrese Golar with his first rushing touchdown of the season. And we'll watch as Garcia comes on for the extra point. And you can see there's a little hesitation here for Golar at the line. And just a little move back to his left, finds the open hole, and able to get in. And there you see the good shifty feet from Golar. Just shuffles to his left, in for touchdown number 1 on the season.
That one almost hit my car. Just kidding.
He was aiming for it.
Yeah.
And the Pirates continue to pour it on. 3:21 remaining in the 3rd, and Ventura now leads it 42-0 on top of Santa Monica. And you talk about trap games and the advantages that the Pirates would seem to have on paper. You saw the numbers for the graphic put together by Bobby Mushagian. And the Pirates obviously have had the better of it all season long in all phases of the game, but done a great job here of going out and translating onto the field. Obviously, upsets happen. And the Pirates came in here giving off a lot of credit, ready to play. And they have taken control and appear to be well on their way to a 2-0 start in conference play. And, of course, we'll have more questions in the North answered later tonight when Moore Park travels to College of the Canyons to take on the Cougars, a pair of teams there that are off to an 0-1 start. So Cougars, who have high hopes for this season, certainly need to get back to their winning ways, and they'll have to do it against the Raiders. Franklin from the 4 at the 15, tries to cut it outside, wrapped up at the 20. Spotted at the 21, 17-yard return. And Santa Monica will take over at their own 21. Well, we saw Hutchins on the last drive. Again, they go to the bunch formation, 3 wide receivers, tight to the right side. Quarterback keeper Hutchins gained perhaps a couple. Hit hard by Carlson. And a little help there from Taylor. Second down and 8. Now Martinez checks in, goes to the air looking for Herrera. That one's dropped. Quickly, 3rd and long. Looked like Anthony Burris on the coverage on Herrera. And we talked about Herrera, the leading receiver for Santa Monica, but he's without a catch today. 4 wide receivers on 3rd down and 8. Straight drop, Martinez under pressure, rolling right, throws on the run, and that pass broken up. He was looking for Boykin. Great job in coverage. Bryce Barnes. And guys like Barnes and Burris haven't seen a lot of action this season. It's been sporadic, but an opportunity here. Both offensively and defensively for Ventura to get some playing experience for players down the bench, and a great job there by Barnes. After Martinez did a nice job evading pressure, getting outside. But Barnes reads the pass well and breaks it up. High kick from Berkovich. Brown's going to let this one bounce, and it takes a good bounce for the Corsairs. Boy, all the way back to the 25-yard line. What a kick for Berkovich. 54 yards. So Berkovich does a good job of reversing the field somewhat. And with 2:10 remaining in the third, the Pirates back on offense in total command in this one. Joey Word is the new setback. Looking to throw in first down, but whistles on the play, and they'll blow this one dead. Ricky Town, meanwhile, is the new quarterback. He played the entirety of the second quarter, leading the Pirates to 21 points and helping them out to the 28-0 lead they would enjoy at the half. Constantine has returned with a couple of scoring drives here in the third to push it out to 42-0. And here comes Town now to take over leading this Pirate offense. So they back him up after the penalty. Word sweeping to the far side around the end. Forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Second down and 8. Upcoming for the Pirates. Town has the snap, 3-man rush. Steps up into the pocket and throws incomplete. Quentin Chaplin was the intended receiver. 6'4" freshman out of New Bern, North Carolina. So Chaplin unable to come down with it. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. Town, straight drop. Looking on the far side, completes the pass for a Pirate first down. Dominic Benson with the reception. The Pirates convert on another 3rd down. Keep this drive alive. They'll wind the clock, 1:35 and counting remaining in the third quarter. And the Pirates at this point, no doubt, happy to take some time off the clock and matriculate the ball down the field. Caldera spinning out of tackles. First down yardage and more. Nearly broke that one. All the way into Santa Monica territory.
I feel like Ventura watched the Dodgers-Cubs game on Thursday and said, here, watch this.
This is how, when you have a team down, you put it away. Meanwhile, let's correct that. That was the first carry of the season for Avion Irving. So Irving, the new setback. They send Brown in motion. Town flips it out to Brown on the far side, who picks his way forward for a gain of about 5. It looked initially like it might have been a broken play. But Town alertly stays alive on the play and eventually finds Brown on the far side. Gain of 5 brings up 2nd down and 5. Irving still in the game in the backfield. Brown remains in the game. 3 wide receivers to the near side for Ventura. They'll go back to Irving, running left. Lowers the shoulder. Down to the 40, where it'll be 3rd down and a yard coming up for the Pirates as we return for the 4th quarter in a moment. Through 3, 42-0 Ventura all over Santa Monica. It's Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Third down and 1 for the Pirates as we begin the 4th quarter. Pirates with things well in hand, leading at 42-0. Caldera now the setback on 3rd and short. Town gives to Caldera good running room, 1st down and more inside the 35. Late flags come in from all over the place. Let's see what the call is. If you're looking for some good news for Santa Monica in this matchup, you could start with the fact that they haven't had a whole lot of penalties called on them today. Very few. So they've taken care of the football, no turnovers, and no penalties to speak of until now. But this one will tack on some yardage. But again, this Santa Monica club led by interim coach Kelly Ledwith and doing a good job of not beating themselves, but they're having trouble with a very, very talented Pirate team. And the Pirates really having the better of it through 3 quarters. Irving has returned. Town looking left, dumps it out. Nice catch by Irving. Gets it inside the 10 before he is taken down at about the 9-yard line. That'll be another 1st down. I'll check that. It's 2nd and short coming up. 2nd and about 4 from the 9-yard line. Jordan Hill and Antonio Brown to the left. Chaplin in the slot on the right. 2nd and 4 for Ventura. Irving with a little stutter step now finds a little lane. Bounces off a couple of tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown Ventura. We'll get a look at the replay. Yeah, you don't see this much scoring in soccer. And again, this is just great patience on Irving's part. A couple of times he appears to be stymied. There's the little cutback, and then able to turn on the Jets. But, all right, while we were getting all that to go, it looks as though there was A flag on the play. So we'll back it up. And it's still 42-0. Read option, Town working his way to the near side, inside the 10, tries to tiptoe the sidelines down near the pylon. Nice job by Ricky Town. All the way down inside the 5. They were able to pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. It was 1st and 11 from the 16. So that will give them a first down, but hold everything again. Got flags on the play. Talked about Santa Monica not having a lot of penalties, and this one not the case so much for the Pirates.
I think the refs are just bored, Jeff.
And they have picked up their share of laundry here today, and this is another penalty against Ventura. So we've already had a touchdown off the board on the previous play, and now a solid gain from Town will come back on another penalty. And the Pirates will have it at their own 20. 1st and 15. The snap to Town. Irving, straight up the middle. Drags a tackler down to the 15-yard line. 5-yard run brings up 2nd down and 10. Pirates certainly in no hurry here early in the 4th. Snap to Town. A designed roll to the right. Still looking downfield. Here comes Wallace, and he wraps up Town. The sack by Dakiba Wallace brings it back to the 25. That's a loss of about 10. And the scoreboard showing 4th down. I thought I lost it down, but I think it's 3rd. Okay.
Yeah, the scoreboard was wrong. I've been watching the ref.
I'm basking in the glow. It wasn't me. For once, I had the down right. 3rd down. And about 20 for the Pirates from the Santa Monica 25-yard line. Town steps up in the pocket, has time. Leaping catch is made. 1st down. Touchdown, Pirates. I'm looking for flags, but there don't appear to be any just yet.
Ole, ole, ole. Here we go.
There it is. Now we can say it. This is good protection and a great job by the offensive line, Ricky Town, and the entire Pirate offense. How about the leaping catch? And another touchdown pass for Ricky Town. As we return for Garcia for the extra point. High snap. Broken play now. This one heaved toward the back of the end zone. And that is the first time this year that the Pirates have failed on a point after. So the high snap. And the Pirates unable to convert the extra point, and they settle for the 48-0 lead. Not a whole lot that Connor MacArthur can do on that play except heave it away. And the Pirates pouring it on. Now lead it 48-0. Keandre Menifee with the touchdown catch from Ricky Town, a 25-yard hookup. And the Pirates, despite doing their best to kill their own drive with a few penalties, still able to convert on 3rd and long as Town finds Menifee for the touchdown. And the Pirates, with 12:22 remaining in the ballgame, pouring it on against Santa Monica, leading it now 48-0. Garcia set to kick this one off. high kick. This one will bounce and be fielded at the 10. Franklin is popped at the 26 after a return of about 16 yards. And Santa Monica will go back to work, and really at this point, for Pirate fans, the only drama left is can they complete the shutout? And you have to like their chances, the way they have performed defensively so far. Meanwhile, Trevor Nafoa in the backfield with Martinos, John Martinos, freshman quarterback out of New York. This is Nafoa, wrapped up after a gain of about 3. Out to the 28-yard line. Can bring up a score late in the third. Big matchup in the SCFA. Fullerton, after trailing by 7 at the break, has stepped out to a 36-21 lead late in the third over Saddleback. That is a game with definite playoff implications in the South. The undefeated Hornets at the top of the SCFA standings, looking to stay that way, and at home they have the 15-point lead. If that one stays with Fullerton leading, it would be the second loss of the year for the Gauchos.
Fullerton won the championship last year, didn't they?
Yes, they did. And looking for all the world like they could get back there again. Having an outstanding season. They already have an emphatic win over Mount San Antonio College. Most impressive win, and now they're trying to add Saddleback. Martinos wasn't ready for the snap. The ball is loose. See who jumped on it if the Corsairs were able to get that one back. And Martinos clearly not on the same snap count. And if so, the Corsairs are lucky to get the ball back. That's uncharacteristic for Santa Monica as well. It's statistically, they haven't had the overwhelming numbers offensively, but again, they've been solid and relatively mistake-free, if nothing else. And so an uncharacteristic miscue mentally from the Corsairs ends that drive, in a short kick fielded at the 48-yard line. It's a dangerous play by Connor MacArthur, but it works as he takes that one on the bounce, squirts forward for about 7 yards, and ends up with the football at the Santa Monica 45-yard line. So I don't know how much kudos Connor MacArthur will get on the sidelines for such a risky play, but it did work. Picked up a few yards, and the Pirates will have a very short field. So Ricky Town and the Pirate offense back. Joey Word is the running back. Word threw a good hole on the left side to the 40 before he stood up. A gain of about 5 for Joey Word. Brings up a 2nd down and 5. .944 and counting remaining in the ballgame. And the Pirates on their way to a 5-2 record here in 2017. Delayed handoff to Word. A pickup of a yard or two. A 3rd down and a long 3 coming up. And in comes Marcus Chambers at the running back spot. Chambers has been battling a leg injury over the last few weeks, and he has fallen out of the rotation somewhat, but they're bringing Marcus along slowly, not wanting to rush the injury, and he'll get an opportunity here in the 4th quarter. Low snap. Chambers running left, a stiff arm, and he's got the first down inside the 35. So Chambers comes on, picks up the first down. 5-yard run. Gets the Pirates a fresh set of downs. They'll move the chains and wind the clock. Once again, later tonight, it'll be College of the Canyons and Moore Park here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Town finds Menifee again. Down near the 20-yard line. Let's see where they spotted another first down for Ventura at the Santa Monica 20-yard line. So Town with Chambers to his left, and Chambers gets the call. Hit at the 15, but falls forward for a gain of about 6. Pirates will continue to shuffle players in. It's Word who returns, along with Menifee. Low snap, Town able to pick it up and keep the play alive. Busted play now for Ricky Town, and he just tries to find some yardage on the left side. Great effort by Ricky Town. All the way down near the first down marker. So we'll come down to the spot as Town was tiptoeing that near sideline. This Pirate drive started at the Santa Monica 45-yard line. And they've worked it down to the 10. 3rd down and 1 coming up from just outside the Santa Monica 10-yard line. Word the lone setback. Town gives to Word. Bounces it outside. Breaks a tackle. Word around the end. In for a touchdown. Joey Word, 10 yards to pay dirt. For Word, it's his first touchdown rushing. And it's now 54-0. And Cooper Garcia will come on and try to put the extra point through with 6:30 remaining in the ballgame. Try to get you a couple scores from around the SCFA before we finish up here today. Garcia's extra point is good. 55-0. Ventura, impressive. On their way to 5-2 here on the VC Sports Network. Garcia has it teed up once again. Kicking it toward Franklin again, but this one over his head and out of the back of the end zone. And a 55-0 lead for Ventura. The way that Ventura is able to run the football here in the second half, you have to think that they may be able to run it out here if they get the ball back. So this this may be the Corsairs' last opportunity here to get on the board here today. And what a tough assignment. Yeah. See this shuffle around, teams moving from the American to the National and back and forth. And the National Conference in the SCFA, that's about as tough as it gets in the country. In community college football, you're not going to face any better teams than this. And the Pirates are a usual postseason participant over the last several years. And it just shows you right now, even the depth here in California, because this is a Santa Monica team, we've made the point a few times, that had tremendous success in the American Conference from 2011 to 2015. 34 straight conference victories. 5 straight American Conference championships, or American Conference Pacific Division championships. And they move here and still looking for that first win in the North.
When was the last time Ventura won the championship? You know that offhand?
Not since we've been covering. I don't have that right in front of me right now. Let's
see if I can find it.
Second down and 9. Hutchins throwing back to his left, nearly had that one picked off. Isaiah King, just a little bit of a late break on that ball. Otherwise, he could have easily had the interception. Hutchins throwing back to his left and nobody was home. So a third down and 9. Corsairs come out with receivers left and right. 4-man rush. Hutchins going to tuck it and run. Out to the 35. Hit at the 35 and stop there. But he was able to get just enough for the first down. There's a 3rd and 9, and he got 10. So Hutchins moves the chains. And the Corsairs keep this drive alive at their own 36 as we wind down toward 5 minutes to go in this one. The Pirates have come to Santa Monica and taken care of business. Hutchins trying to set up the pitch. He's hit. The ball is loose. Who's got it? Pirates are indicating that they do. It looked like Dwayne Coleman, I want to say, with a good hit on Hutchins. Jars that ball loose, and the Pirates force their first turnover.
There's still life in the old lady yet.
Impressive. Impressive movie reference. You've been on fire today with those.
Well, that's one of my favorite movies.
Well, it was a great job knocking that ball free from Hutchins. And each team now with 1 turnover, but the Pirates with a 55-point outburst today, and they do it without forcing a turnover. It's been a lot of methodical drives, a lot of taking what the defense has given them, and you have to be impressed. Chambers threw a good hole. Near the first down marker, able to fall forward down to the 30-yard line, and he's got the first down. So Marcus Chambers with some good solid running here in the 4th quarter. And the Pirates have really been able to crank up the running game here in the second half to really salt this one away. They went into the locker room with a big lead, and they simply didn't let the Corsairs even sniff getting back into this one. Chambers breaking tackles into the Corsairs secondary again. He's inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Marcus Chambers breaking off yardage in big chunks. I said the Pirates might be able to run this one out the way they have the running game going here in the 4th quarter, but they may run into the end zone first. As you would expect, Coach Steve Mushagian keeping the ball on the ground here for much of this second half. But that Pirate offensive line that has helped the Pirates to just under 200 yards per game on the ground against some of the best defenses in the SCFA. Obviously, having their way, wearing down a somewhat overmanned Corsair front seven. Meanwhile, the ball squirts out late. The Pirates able to get it back on the carry by Avion Irving. So Irving gains 6 down to the 10-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 4. And again, for those that might be wondering, we did lose our second camera shot here a little bit earlier in the 4th quarter, so don't have that shot to go to right now, so our apologies, but finishing out here. Watching the Pirates in the red zone once again. Irving, no gain on the play. Tried the read option once again, this time Irving on the carry, but the Corsairs not fooled. 3rd down and about 4 from the Corsair 10-yard line.
Well, Jeff, everything that I've been able to find online seems to indicate that Ventura has not won a state championship in their history.
I believe that, yeah, that was my memory, I think, as I had researched that. Play action, the ball batted up in the air. It's a battle for the ball inside the 5-yard line, and it looks like it's picked off, and it is. That one was hit at the line. And I believe, let's have a quick look here. Yes, Sky Germain ends up with the ball inside the 5. So Germain with the interception, and with 2:05 remaining, Santa Monica will take over at their own 3-yard line. Just the 2nd turnover of the day for the Pirates. Turnover is an interesting story for the Pirates here in 2017. They're -2 on turnovers. They've turned it over 18 times now in 7 games. But 6 of those turnovers came in one game. In the loss to Mount San Antonio College in Week 2, a 55-29 loss. So much like the running game that we talked about, the rushing defense that we talked about earlier, with the exception of one particularly poor performance, the Pirates have actually done a pretty good job of taking care of the ball this season. Corsairs at this point seem content to just run this one out. 1:07 and counting remaining in the ball game. Want to pass along our special thanks to Will Cowan, Rob Hester, the Ventura Athletic Office for helping bring the VC Sports Network to you on a weekly basis. Special thanks to Steve and Bobby Mushagian, the Ventura College coaching staff. Always very gracious, taking the time, helping us with graphics and giving us time to talk about the upcoming matchups. Of course, thanks to everybody on the SoCal College sports team. Jorge Zepeda, Mike Zepeda, Matt Henson.
Jeff Stoyanov.
No, there I can't thank myself.
Yeah, I know. That's why I jumped in for you.
And again, we're so very pleased to bring you Ventura College football on a weekly basis. We'll let this one go down here. The Corsairs not going to run another play, so the final score here today from Santa Monica. The Tigers' most impressive, I should say the Pirates' most impressive, 55-0 Ventura over Santa Monica College with the victory. Ventura moves to 5-2 on the season. They're now 2-0 in conference play. And, of course, the Pirates with the inside track to that conference championship potentially. But they still have some work to do, and obviously a big game in a couple of weeks with Bakersfield College. As for the Pirates, coming up next week, we'll have that game for you. They will be at Moore Park at 6 o'clock, so Pirate fans, certainly join us then. We will have that game in its entirety for you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Don't forget tonight on SoCal College Sports, we will have College of the Canyons hosting more Park College, more Northern Conference action here in the SCFA. Mike Zepeda will have that game for you from Kenyon's. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, I'm Jeff Stoynoff. So long, everybody.